Yo, what's up, people? Alright, so I have... It's a gripe. It's been a gripe. Nintendo Switch Online, right? The expansion bullshit. All the extra video game libraries, this, that, the next thing. Why do we pay for it? In all seriousness, most of those games, if not every single one of them, can be found on an emulator. And most people who have a Switch tend to have a PC. And an emulator, and I mean, I've played emulators for that work from GBA to DS to Nintendo original NES to the pre-next gen consoles, the 360 and the PS3. Up until that point, any fucking game, especially in Nintendo's goddamn library, you can find a ROM for it online, download it, and play it in an emulator with little to no issue. My only issue I ever had was my old PC was a piece of shit and Pokemon Snap wanted to work 1 frame a second. You know what? At least for cutscenes. And you know what? That wasn't that bad. I'm not gonna lie. The cutscenes were barely anything in that game. But my point is, why do we pay this extra $30 on top of what we might pay in order just to play online, to play games that we could already have and be technically streaming online? But my point being that I've just watched a video, or most of it at least. I did not see the end of it. The video was talking about how Nintendo supposedly already has leaks for whatever the fuck they're doing this year in their next Direct. Or at least rumors. Always rumors. And someone in the comments said, just give me Pokemon Colosseum on NSO. And I brought it up. Why? You could play it on a fairly working, perfectly fine emulator on your PC, and you could just call it a day at that point. Right? And that point doesn't even cost you money. Why do we pay this extra money for this Nintendo product service that, in all honesty, is irrelevant to 2025, 2026? Because of what we have available to us over the internet. Yeah, Nintendo can strike someone down. They don't have to know it's strictly on an emulator. It could you could play it on the point where, yeah, it looks like you're using the base system shit. They've got custom controllers that are fitted to look like old school shit. It's not hard. Yes, that would be a little bit extra money in the long run, but in that long run, you're also saving yourself this extra $30 you gotta pay every fucking month for NSO, the expansion. It's stupid. It really is. Case in point, on my phone, right now, as I am fucking recording this, I have a game of Metroid Fusion popped up on my GBA emulator. Back at home, when my PC was working, Pokemon Snap, fucking Dissidia Final Fantasy for the PSP, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep for the PSP. All these older games that a lot of people can't just play these days, all on my computer. All on that. It's still there. The computer don't work no more, but it's all still there. The point is, Nintendo's making money off shit that in all reality is just a moot point. You want to stream an older game, you can do it through your PC using just your PC. You don't need this extra bullshit on your Switch. Yeah, it could be easier with a Switch controller, but at that point just use a fucking wired controller that's built for the Switch. Hello? Simple. But it really boiled down to the point that this guy brought up Pokemon Colosseum. The only, one of 2 GameCube games that I personally want redone, brought back, put to the Switch, made better, put a 3rd entry in it. I don't fucking care. Just do something that isn't NSO. bundle the 2 games together for 40, 50 bucks. I don't care. I'll pay that. That's one payment for 2 games. That's one payment for the only 2 games in the entire NSO library that I would give a shit about. That's a bitch. Why put out this service when, in all honesty, not everyone cares? Not everyone really gives a shit. Not everyone needs it. It's stupid. NSO originally wasn't even extra pay. Back then it was better. But now that it's extra pay to fucking play bullshit, it's stupid. But anyway, that's my little rant tonight, guys. Peace.